welcome to Call the Pen. Today is October 23rd, Steve. Here we are, World Series. This is what everyone's been playing for, training for your whole life. Everything. This is everything. It's
This is
exciting
it.
time.
Absolutely. And I got to say, I was expecting a little bit better series out of the Guardians. Excuse me, Cleveland. I have a hard time saying Guardians last round. They're scrappy, man.
Yes, as we were saying, we had technical issues. That Guardians series really could have went either way. It was such a good series, a lot of back and forth. It was good to see the Guardians lineup go blow for blow.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was thinking about it today. I was coaching high school baseball and thinking about our high school team. I'm like trying to like find ways to to like relate to these kids. And I'm like, our high school team is not a great hitting team, but we can pitch and play some defense, and that's literally what all the Guardians. That's what took the Guardians as far as they made it. You know, they made it to the NLCS because they could flat out pitch the ball. They can play great defense. They reap havoc on the base paths. The problem is offensively they were mediocre at best. But with that, they're super scrappy, hard to strike out. They put the pressure on the defense, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what made them so good. Is they put pressure on the defense. They're not gonna score a ton of runs, but the pitching's gonna take over once they get ahead of you. So it really wasn't as bad of a matchup as the record indicates.
I mean, let's think about it. The best closer in the game just didn't have a good week. And if he has a good week, they're in the World Series.
Yeah. It's like, do you want? It's hard to like get on Clase about that because obviously he's really good, dude. The homer he gave up to Judge was
Amazing.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like dotted down and away, maybe up a tick. It wasn't down, but it wasn't up. But it's but on the black, like right on the corner, and the ball was a rocket, dude. I mean,
rocket.
Absolute rocket. Like, what do you? It's tough.
The only thing I didn't understand their approach to Stanton and Judge. It was letting them extend. I never wanted to let those guys extend their arm, especially right. Stanton. Stanton is like he'll swing at anything. He's swinging in the dirt. But
you're exactly right, and I was going to say that was the one mistake he did, and maybe the rest of the staff. If you watch Clase in his last outing, he was throwing front hip cutters at the guys, and they didn't have a chance.
I think a few times he tried and he yanked, which it happens. Especially when you're excited, but and then the Cade Smith guy was throwing 94 miles an hour in his last outing, and he was just worn down.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a combination, right? The Yankees lineups hot, and they do damage, right? They can do damage at any point in the game. On top of that, you have best bullpen in baseball, but they're worn down. It's just a recipe for disaster. I mean, the Yankees hitters wore these guys down. Every single game. So you got to credit the Yankees offense, man. They were just incredible. You mentioned before the show the at-bat Soto had. Absurd.
Just fighting off. You can see each pitch, he's getting more confidence. And then just to go that high. Once again, you let the guy extend his arms. I mean, I'm sure that's where this says his hole is, but I don't want that guy to extend his arms, especially at Nap Stadium. Like, ball flies to left center, right center.
I was watching it, and my mom was visiting, and we were watching it together. And he hit the ball, and I was like half asleep. I was like taping my eyelids open. I was so tired, and he hit that. I was like, no way! I sat right up. I'm like, you're kidding me, because I couldn't tell if he got it or not. He hit it like so high, and dude, he started pumping his chest. I'm like, that was the best at bat I think I've ever seen.
Amazing,
incredible.
Yeah. I mean, that's just who he is. He's only 25.
It's scary, right? Yep.
And the thing about that series, it shows how bullpens are so important, but starting pitching is so just pitching. Like, you got to get some starting pitching that can go 6 innings in the playoffs.
No doubt. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Cade Smith prior to this series. I mean, he's fine.
Unreal. He was unreal.
Unreal. Yeah, he's outstanding. Like, his stuff is incredible. I mean, we never talked about him all year. Like, he kind of went under the radar for me. And
I brought him in the middle of the summer. I brought to go way back to, and I was like, I watched this kid pitch. I'm like, this guy is unbelievable.
gets after it. Gaddis, awesome year. I mean, the list goes on. Heron, incredible. Clase, the best reliever in baseball. Like, man, it's tough.
Yeah. They
How
went
about?
down fighting the way they win. The way they win games is they try to win it that way, and it didn't work out. I mean,
Yep. And how about? I mean, credit to Stephen Vogt, Craig Albernaz as bench coach. Like, first year on the job. Craig's been a bench coach, I believe. I know he's a bullpen coach on other teams, but for just stepping in for your first year, what a great first impression for your city, for your organization. Like, you can tell guys want to play for Vogt, and I don't know if you play with him or not, but everything I hear, he's awesome as a player. So, yeah, that's awesome.
We picked them like third or last in that division, so it shows how much we knew about that situation.
No kidding. I think we were. I don't think we realized how good their bullpen was, though.
Yeah, well, they just have a bunch of guys you never heard of.
Right. Yep.
And then we'll move over to the Mets Dodgers. That was, it was blowout, 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 left and right. I mean, every game was so lopsided. It really never was like a true series. Kind of sucked. I think the Mets, they were just on that heater, and then all of a sudden you take that break after you beat the Phillies and fly across the country. All of a sudden you realize what you're doing, right. And then like everything changes. They needed to stay on that heater somehow.
I mean, pitching just really let them down, is what it comes down to. They're unlike like Cleveland, their bullpen was really bad. Edwin figured it out, of course, but it was too late. I mean, the rest of the group really scuffled. Stanek was pretty good. Yeah, I mean,
well, the Mets started to keep them in the games much. Right. By the time the bullpen got to it, the game was kind of over. So I mean,
it was just too much fire.
Yeah, Dodgers are definitely the better team. For that to even be a series, it needed to be the Phillies, but we just thought the Mets were on a heater and they were the better team at the time than the Phillies.
And had the Padres beat the Dodgers, like, I'm pretty sure they would be the World Series right now against the Yankees. So
I agree. Well, at least this game one of the World Series. Hopefully, we can do more. Like last year, we did a show every day, but I know you're such a busy man.
I'll be on a cruise. First cruise ever. I'll see if we can get on though. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. But this pitching matchup's not very exciting at all, which just sucks for a World Series. It really sucks for a World. Normally, you're used to like the aces facing each other, but we get Flaherty against Garrett Cole. Well, Garrett Cole's got really good numbers against the Dodgers lineup, and the Yankees have great numbers against Flaherty. And Flaherty is throwing 88 to 90 his last outing, and no one said anything about it. Like after, it's kind of weird. He got crushed by the Mets.
Yeah, it was weird. He was down like 3 or 4 ticks on his heater, and yeah, the Mets were all over it. It was bizarre. What do you think attributes to that? Like, you're going in, you got to be amped. Was it freezing there or something? Like, is he dealing with an injury?
He was down 3-4 miles an hour.
It's weird. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what he has. Was it tomorrow? Right? Yeah. No, yeah, Friday. Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday? Oh man.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Waiver wire week on fantasy always gets me exhausted. I forget where I'm at in the middle of the week.
But yeah, it is Friday. I saw like a post. I forget who posted it, but like, oh, we need to do something about the salary floor and salary cap. The 2 highest paid teams are in the World Series. Exactly, it's the dumbest thing ever. I can't believe these people like reposted this. I'm like, really? Because the Diamondbacks were really throwing out cash last year, and they made it to the World Series. I think they had 130 million payroll, maybe a little more, which is good, but that's below league average. So I mean,
for the sake of my predictions, I said Shohei would never win a World Series with the Dodgers. I really need the Yankees to win.
You said never? I don't remember that.
I said they will not win a World Series with Shohei on that team.
I think I probably said you're crazy. But now, hey, 2 MVPs. We had an argument over who should be the MVP. Here
we go.
That's the good thing. So I'm sure Major League Baseball is like, yes, like these 2 teams are in it. Like, I got asked at church the other day if baseball is scripted because of this. I was like, of course not. Like, the players won't do it, but I don't know. There are umpires behind it. Like, no, they're not.
Every owner is so excited. Every player is so excited because your playoff share is going to skyrocket. There's so much revenue. being made for these two teams being in.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But woe is me for having two of the highest paid play or rosters on here. Like, wah. Like, give me
Yeah.
a break.
And yeah, it's the first time it ever worked, probably.
Sorry, you got two organizations that care about winning and they pay their players well to do the job for their city and for the organization. Like,
I
that's
also
such
saw that they have the most analysts and engineers on staff out of any team, both of them.
both of them. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Both teams develop pitchers unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you go to the Dodgers, you're gold all of a sudden. Yankees have now become that way. Like, you go
Like
look,
Weaver.
Luke Weaver, Hill. You know,
Yeah.
Cole was already Cole, but
Maybe
I
the
mean,
Padres could have used. I don't know. Oh, Taysom Hill started the year with the White Sox, so who knows what? I mean,
Tim Hill.
Tim Hill, whatever. The not Tim Hill, Taysom. Is it Taysom Hill?
Taysom Hill's a football player.
That's how locked in I am.
Is he injured, by the way? Do I need to pick him up on waiver wire?
The tight end is that? No, he might play this week. It's actually a sneaky play.
Yeah, I know he's good.
Anyways,
no, Tim Hill. Tim Hill's been awesome, man. Like, I love watching that dude pitch. You see him chirping at the umpire that game?
oh nut,
dude, he was crazy.
Anyways, the Padres could have used him against the Dodgers.
Yeah, but what? I mean, he's doing something different with the Yankees. I think he's throwing basically 99% fastballs now.
Oh, that's smart.
You know,
They've
just
realized,
like,
let's just forget the strikeouts. Let's just go for ground balls and weak contact. Who would have thought if you throw strikes and get weak contact, that works?
Like your boy, Clay Holmes. Have you watched him pitch every single time? I know he gave it up.
His high sinker.
He's been a lot better. Yeah, his high sinker. He might be fatigued, might be scared, nervous. I mean, but he's throwing way more fastballs now. Like, thank you. You know.
Well, if you watch my video breakdown that I did on him over a month ago, that's what I said to do.
Clearly, the Yankees analysts, all the analysts they have, watch the video.
Clearly, Eric Cressy watched my video and.
Oh man, they're geniuses over there though. They mess with people's grips, seam shifting stuff, like just mess around and they find what works for the guys based on their arm angle, how they move. Like it's so advanced. It's awesome.
I do wish a guy would have came to me one time, like, "Hey, let's do this slider grip or something," but never.
I know. Even in 2021 is when people started throwing two seam sliders, like gyro sliders, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's when like the sweeper started taking effect. So I was watching Thompson on the D-backs. He was with the Rays back then. I was like, show me your grip. I want to learn how to throw a two-seam, slider. So I tried it. I couldn't figure it out. But that was like, I was trying so hard till the end of my career. Like, I wish I would have like worked on this earlier.
Yeah.
Just to have a different look.
It's funny you say that. In 2007 at the All-Star game,
You're bad.
Who was I can't even think of the starting pitcher's name from the Rays. Chris, what's his name? Nasty slider.
I mean, they've had a ton of guys who've been nasty.
Why can't I think of his name? Anyways, I was like, show me your slider. And it was a two-seam slider.
Oh, was it really?
He was throwing it before. Oh, Chris Archer.
Oh, Arch, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, I didn't think he was an all-star back then.
2017.
Yeah, early in his career, he was great, and then just kind of struggled.
Yeah, so he had a two-seam slider.
Interesting.
I'm like, I don't know, that's impossible. I don't know how to do
that. If there was I guess it was maybe it's what helped us stay longer in the league, but there's also some stubbornness on my side. Where like, all right, like my stuff's been working. Like, why am I messing with it? I'm just going to stick to the script.
I agree. I tried the slider thing in 18. Scherzer's like, you go to another level if you throw more sliders. So I tried, and I was like getting crushed because my sinker started to disappear. I'm like, I'm just going to go back to throwing fastballs at both sides of the plate. Anyways, so give me your prediction. Game 1, what do you got?
Oh, Yankees.
Yeah,
Yankees for sure.
Yankees.
I'll go. Let's go. Well, I think Yankees game 1. I think Yankees is going to win the whole thing.
Yeah, I think.
I hope we're right because here's the reason why. Just literally based on what they just did to Cleveland's bullpen. That is the starting pitching is the Achilles heel for the Dodgers, right? Like they can hit, they can and play defense, and their bullpen can flat out pitch. They're probably I don't know what the numbers are. They got to have the second best bullpen behind the Guardians, if I had to guess.
Dodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
like quality wise. Because I mean, you got to remember they didn't have Trinan pretty much for most of the year, right?
Right.
They didn't have Daniel Hudson either. You know, those are two huge assets. That bullpen just got so much deeper for the playoffs. So, but then you watch what the Yankees did to the Guardians bullpen all series long. They just wore them down. And so I don't think anyone after beating them and that staff, I don't think they're going to be fearful of anybody. So,
No. Is Stanton's on a heater still? Like Judge didn't even really do much in that. He hit that massive home run.
big homer off Class A. I mean, he had
Yeah.
2 homers that were important. I think
Stanton's
one
a
was for
wild
sure.
card. Stanton is he's the X factor because you're gonna get great at bats from Soto. You're gonna try to pitch around Judge, but when Stanton's on a heater, you good luck.
Yeah, no doubt. I got the Cressy girls here. We should ask them their opinion. Who's going to win the World Series?
Ask him.
Hey, girls, Cressy girls. See if they come in here. I don't know if they can hear me or not. Hey, girls, come here.
The daddy wants that
Let's see.
playoff chair. You know, their dad wants to get that playoff chair.
I don't think they can hear me. They must have ran outside. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, the lineup, both lineups, it's gonna be really fun because both lineups are so deep. Both bullpens.
They give great at bats.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that worries me is the Yankees bullpen. You know, that's it. Although Cousins, did you watch him throw? By the way,
I've seen him throw. I didn't watch him throw in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, he had a pretty huge inning to keep the Yankees, alive there. I mean, he dominated. He faced 4 guys. I think this is second or third day. He might have thrown 30-something pitches the day before, something like that. 4 up, 4 punchies with the most devastating slider I've ever seen. And I guess it's like the number 1 ranked slider in the big leagues. So,
Oh.
But with a 94-mile-an-hour 2-seamer he throws across the top of the zone. That just straight run. Like, it's nasty, the overlay.
If I had to do that in the playoffs, I couldn't even imagine the strut I would have walking off that mound.
Oh, man. Tim Hill did too. He was strutting hard.
I had a big punchy in 2017 against Chris Bryant, and then Dusty took me out, but I was still strutting.
All right. Matchup you want to see, pitcher hitter. Anything come to mind?
Obviously Cole Shohei.
Oh, okay.
Cole and Shohei. I want to see Trinan in a big spot. Will he face Soto? And will Soto sit on a cutter? Just going to throw cutters.
Well, he's going to have to. What other lefties do they have in the bullpen? They have 1 guy. That's another thing, a flaw that LA has. Because guess what? Yankees offense, brutal against lefties all year.
Yeah, they are. Rizzo in a big spot. I mean, look at that guy. That guy hit 400 in the ALCS with a broken hand.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that. That was incredible. Classic Riz.
He seemed so happy on the stage. I'm so happy for that guy because he's just one of the best grinders and teammates there is.
Absolutely.
What about you? Atcha, what do you got?
You're going to laugh. Tim Hill, Marlboro Man versus Shohei. I want to see that. It's going to be it's fun. With his energy on the mound, it'd be like Vesia versus Riz or something, like, because I like watching Vesia pitch. But, man, Tim Hill, I love watching him throw.
It's just going to be straight high heat. Like Shohei, I think Shohei's it's either going to be a ground ball or it's going to be a homer.
Absolute rocket. Yeah, because it's nothing but heaters. Does he bust out a slider on him out of nowhere? Like,
I don't know if I'm risking that in that situation. If I've been heaters all year, I'm not throwing a slider.
No, he's going to throw sinkers. He's sinker 4-seam, but he's going to stay sinkers in on the hands. And maybe occasional fastball away. If he can dot it away on Shohei, I think that's his best shot after moving his feet in.
But Shohei likes to do that bail swing on up and in, and he can get to it. So it's either a heater or a chopper to the second base.
Yep. I don't know. Well, I think that's a fun matchup.
That's fun. You're probably the only one that wants it. I was really excited about Tim Hill facing Shohei.
The guy, I love him. I think he cracks me up. Like, that mustache on there, like, I don't know. His mechanics, he just slings it. I don't know. It's just so fun to watch.
This is what I want to see. I want to see Trinan just blow up Judge and Giancarlo. Above the thigh line, sinkers just blowing them up. They will have no shot. No shot.
That's a tough matchup.
If he throws a slider, he's giving them an opportunity. But if he throws that sinker above the thigh line, they have no shot.
I don't even know if they have opportunity on the slider. It's so nasty. The only way is, again, it's only a backup two seamer or a backup slider, like a two seamer that just sink or doesn't sink, just runs
Yeah.
into Judge's bat because that's where Judge kills the ball. But the thing is, I've watched him throw this playoffs. I haven't seen him really lay one out there. He's just been nails.
And dotting. Just don't
Yeah,
throw it down and into those guys. Keep it above the thigh line.
yeah, man.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Other than that, I can't think of any other matchups. Yeah, it's
What
gonna be
about
good.
the
It's gonna be good
MVP?
series.
What about Tommy Edman, the MVP?
That's true. We had to talk about him. He was nasty.
He was.
He's sneaky good though. He's always been sneaky good.
Yeah. Well, St. Louis threw him away. They didn't want him anymore, which is insane because he was a good player.
Yeah, it's gotta be something going on there. It's weird because like guys go there to start struggling hitting.
Yeah.
But he was with them. He came with them, and he was good. But he scuffled in their defense. Like they kind of he's hurt too, and they let him go. Dodgers were like, yeah, we'll take that. And then of course Kike's unbelievable in the playoffs. Yeah. I'm a little concerned with his. Not a big fan of his home run celebration. It's a little awkward, but the cup check. I don't know what I'd do if someone did that to me on live TV.
I would love to see someone do that to you, your reaction.
I just stand there and be like, don't ever do that again. I don't care how big of a home run it is.
Oh, all right. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get on soon and talk about it. Let me know if you can ever talk while you're on. When do you leave on your cruise?
Friday.
Oh, nice. Well, have a good time.
I'll be watching though. Yeah, man.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.